to some updates that we're tracking from Bengaluru. More than 2 weeks after Advait Upadhyay went missing during a solo trek at the Shivagange Hill on the outskirts of Bengaluru, the police have ruled out the possibility that he died by suicide. They now suspect that the software professional may be alive and deliberately misleading those searching for him. Upadhyay, aged 31, who works at a finance firm in Bengaluru's Whitefield and lives in Kadugodi, went missing on August 7th after setting out on a solo trek to Shivagange Hill. In fact, he had taken a rented motorcycle and after parking it, he began his ascent. CCTV footage has now captured him entering the trekking area. Before beginning the climb at around 7:30 a.m., Upadhyay called his fiancée, Prapti Chauhan, and told her that he would return by afternoon. Let's now quickly give you the details, and we've put together the timeline to essentially navigate through what exactly has happened. Let's quickly go to the touchpad that we have over here, and that's the timeline that we're talking about. Number one, on 7th August, Advait had reached the Shivagange for a solo trek early in the morning. He had called his fiancée, had shared photos of him from the hill. Like I said, of course, earlier, he had made that call to his fiancée before he began his trek. Again, on August 7th, his phone became untraceable at around 1 p.m. His phone then switched off at around 5 p.m., which obviously raised many concerns. Again, his fiancée then filed a missing complaint at the Kadugodi police station. Afterwards, on August 8th, police and rescue teams began the search operation at the Shivagange Hill. On August 9th, in fact, drones had spotted his bag and a sweater near the Shantala point. And here you, of course, have the videos that show you exactly what was happening, the rescue and relief operations that took place. Again, on 9th August, police investigated the possible fall or suicide at the Shantala point. Of course, the investigations taking place, hiding from the people. And that's the timeline that we're tracking about. In fact, with regards to this case that has been very pertinent since the get-go on 7th August. Belly Thomas joins us on the broadcast to share more on this. Belly, the investigation began on August 7th, and 2 weeks later, we're now in a position where the understanding is that Advait may not have committed suicide. That has been ruled out. But the probe has now tilted towards him going into hiding. Why may that be? Do we have information on that?
Asawari, Advait Upadhyay, who had gone missing, on August 7th, according to his fiancée, who had kind of gotten some selfie videos and photographs of him from the hillock, says that he had taken a rented bike from Whitefield area and he had gone to that Shivagange Hill at the outskirts for a trek, is what we're being told. And the police, ever since after that, his phone went out of the covered area. She has filed a missing complaint with the jurisdictional Whitefield police, who have registered a missing complaint, and scores of NDRF personnel, SDRF personnel had been searching this entire Shivagange Hill. And there is one particular drop. It's called Shantala drop, from where it's the highest point on that hill, wherein it is also documented by the police investigation that he had kind of searched on Google as to which point would be feasible for somebody to commit suicide from that hill even. So that was the reason why the police initially took up a kind of a hunch that Advait Upadhyay could have been a victim of suicide. He would have fallen from the hill, and the SDRF and the NDRF personnel started kind of searching the entire area, the crevices of the hill where his body could have fallen into. But there was no single evidence that they had received, and after even deploying drones. There were no
Yeah,
evidence
of
on
course,
any.
there has been that extensive operation. Technology has been used. Drones, as you were saying, has been used to track this man down. But also help us understand, Belly. Like I said, the probe has completely shifted to now there being a possibility that Advait may have deliberately gone missing. Give us more details on that. What exactly are our sources telling us? Do they believe, or is the probe perhaps moving in a way where they believe that Advait may perhaps still be in the mountain greens, or may he have moved out and perhaps gone to a completely different location?
Asavari, the police team has now switched on to technical investigation as the search operations have come to an end. They have literally called off the search operations ever since the drones missed to get any evidence. The drones failed to get any evidence about this Advait Upadhyay fallen into that crevice. After all these instrumental or these equipment searches were over, there was also a man named he's prominently known as Monkey Man. His name is Jyoti Raju, who would kind of scale the rocks. He was also kind of involved in the search operation, wherein he started searching for the body for 4 days. And after that, he also came to a conclusion that he told the police that there was no evidence that he had fallen into that place. He is not here because there is no evidence of his body. That was when the police kind of switched into technical data, and they were kind of tracking his UPI or the social media activity or the bank account, whether he could have done some transactions. And the last call details that the police recovered was from Ramnagara, a forested area from Ramnagara. So that has kind of given a clue for the police that he is still alive, and he might have kind of gone missing.
Belly, continue to give us all the details. Until then, Mr. Sanjay Sahai, former ADGP Karnataka, joins us on the broadcast. I appreciate you taking out time and the developments that have taken place and the way this investigation is now looking at the possibility of Mr. Advait Upadhyay deliberately going into missing. What exactly do you make of it, and the kind of effort that's gone into the rescue operation where drones have been utilized, to now coming to a point where they believe that he may have deliberately gone into hiding?
See, all possible effort already been done. And based on our track record and expertise, and the people who have complete knowledge of that geographical terrain, the police is nearly convinced that he has not committed suicide or he has not fallen off accidentally anywhere. And that has been proven both by the local personnel, expertise, NDSF, SDRF, the Monkey Man, and all other resources which they would have utilized at the ground level, and to come to this final conclusion, near final conclusion. There can be rarest of a rare occurrence wherein the body would have slipped somewhere and they would not have been able to find out. But 99%, I think they are nearly convinced of the fact, based on their efforts, drones and variety of other measures taken, which I think most of us are aware of by now, that this is a futile attempt to move further, and that is how they have closed down the search operations. Now, there are other technical clues with pairing of other places from where there has been some digital clues of some communication happening or something getting uploaded. I think the whole exercise now would be on the digital side. It can also be that they need to analyze the cell site development, which means for a mobile phone, where all it can be tracked from cell to cell, which means each of these towers which are there, so accordingly some movement they'll be able to get. If that gets connected to some physical communication, and also the people who are in his group or people known to him, if there's any communication that has happened, that might throw up some information. Added to that, if there's something related to the marriage which has come about that didn't want to get married, what are the complications thereof? Or in that circuit also, a couple of things can be investigated through the digital mode only. So now the only thing left is digital mode. Until unless, based on the digital information, you are able to track in that corresponding area and come to a final conclusion of whether there is any further clue or will you be able to locate an area. Till that time, there is some other area which crops up. So broadly, this is where the situation stands now.
Right, absolutely. Sir, appreciate you joining us on the broadcast. Belly, also thanks to you for sharing all those details with us. We're going to leave it there and now shift our focus to, in fact, some more breaking updates that we're tracking. Fresh details have emerged